Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Scenes Memories of Starry Sky. My name is MS-Punker1, and last video we had a little treasure hunt together with Shahaya, and we met Rinvad, who is now apparently telling someone that she saw us. So, who is she talking to? Oh crap.
それは。いや、ありがとう、教えてくれて。
リン、そろそろ閉めるから先に車の中で休んでていいぞ。
じゃあお先に失礼します。
What's wrong?
ああ、引き止めて申し訳なかったね。おやすみ。
たく。
Ah, new
うちの子まで
CG.
巻き込まないでくれないか。
そういうつもりはなかったんだが、ね。有益な情報が聞けたものだから。いや、忙しい合間を縫ってここへ寄った甲斐があった。
有益ね。フィアンセが他の男と一緒にいたなんて話が。
別に嫉妬してるわけじゃない。あの二人の間に後から割り込んだのはこちらだ。
その自覚はあったわけだ。
それでも婚約しているのは僕だ。なのでとやかく言うほど強量なつもりもない。今はむしろ二人が一緒に行動してくれた方が何かと都合が良くてね。
何を企んでいるのやら。
いずれ話す。手を借りたい場面もあるはずだ。それまでは今夜のような話があったらすぐに知らせてくれ。
あんたには何かと世話になってるから教えろと言われりゃ教えますがね。
Oh crap. He's blackmailing him.
子供まで利用されるのは親としちゃ面白くないんだ。
そんな小煩悩だとは知らなかったな。
見損なうな。と言いたいところだが、俺もあいつを授かるまでこんな気持ちになるとは想像もしてなかったな。まだ赤ん坊だったあいつが俺を見て無邪気に笑った瞬間、悟ったんだよ。ああ、俺は全身全霊を挙げてこの笑顔を守らなきゃならないんだってな。
理解できないな。
あんただってあの北条家のお嬢さんと結婚するとなれば子供だって求められるんじゃないか。家を継がせる必要だってあるだろう。
さあね、先生からは特にその点何も言われていない。
その口ぶりじゃあんた自身も子供に興味はなしか。
自分の仕事で忙しいのでね。子供の面倒まで見る暇はこの先もないな。
仕事じゃなくて野望だろ。若いうちはそれもいいさ。他人に迷惑をかけない範囲でならだけどな。俺だって家庭を持つことになるまではまあかなりチャランポランな人生を過ごしてきたが、一度家庭を持てば自分一人楽しけりゃいいってもんじゃなくなる。家族を守るべきだし、誰に言われずとも守りたくなるもんさ。
守るね。自分の人生は 自分が主役だ。妻や子に尽くして終わるなんて舞台から降りるような真似をするつもりはない。
舞台ね。自分が何より一番でスポットライトをいつまでも浴びていたいっていうのなら、まず結婚をすべきじゃないだろうな。
Yeah, the more they talk, the more I suspect that Kiro has something up his sleeve and that he's planning. Or scheming, rather.
なら。
だがあいにくと、俺は現状に満足してる。あんたが同様の境地に達する保証はできないかな。結婚して守りに入った男を舞台の早くか引退した役者みたいに感じる気持ちもわからんじゃない。学生時代は俺だって主役になりたいと思う瞬間もあったさ。なんせ友人知人がみんな揃いも揃って劇的な青春を送っていたからな。やれのろけだやれ修羅場だと、こっちが暇だからって恋愛相談がひっきりなしでさ、うんざりしながらも羨ましく感じたことだってなくはない。が今はこれで良かったと思っているよ。どんなに仕事やトラブルでヘロヘロになっていたって、嫁と娘の笑顔を見れば一発で元気が出るからな。それが一番の報酬でね。わざわざ他人を蹴落としてまで舞台の主役になんざならなくても十分なんだよ。
今のあなたにとっては安定と平和こそが第一なわけだ。やはり僕にはまだ早い生き方のようだ。あなたが世間一般ではいい人として扱われるだろうということだけはよく分かったが。
いい人ね。その点だけは自信があるな。良くも悪くもだが。なんせガキの頃からかれこれ20年以上はそう言われているんでね。
やはり僕には縁のない生き方のようだ。お会計を。
And he is definitely scheming something. Like I said. It was a few days after my unexpected stamp collecting excursion with Shahaya.
またあんたたちは勝手にこんなこと決めて。来てくれたのね。ありがとう。別にたまたまバイトが休みだっただけだし。あんたたち放っておくと人の将来を勝手に決めるから見張りに来ただけ。
見事なまでに積んですね。いつ出れてくれるのかしら。
出れないから。っていうかあんた出歩いてていいの？
ああ、うん。おかげさまで期間限定だけど。
そう。
I saw a look between us and then hung her head. She mumbled something to herself like she had something difficult she wanted to say.
あんたもなんか大変そうだから。私のことなんかほんとどうでもいいから頑張って。
あ、うん。ありがとう。ねえひなた、聞いた？頑張ってって言っ 言ってもらっちゃった。頑張ってって。はいはい、よかったですね。妹さんに気を使ってもらえて。
気を使うとか妹だからとかそういうんじゃないから。
Maybe I didn't need to worry about my relationship after all.
面白そうだなと軽い気持ちで誘われるまま来てしまったんだけど、よかったのかな。
Even you are here, Yuriko.
いいんじゃないですか。千早さんと純也がいいって言ったんだから問題なしですね。純にこれで全員なら早く始めようよ。
Yeah, it is. I also contacted Kido, but he apparently couldn't fit it in his schedule. The second I mentioned his name, several people blankly grimaced.
わざわざ知らせたんですか。純也、お人よしにも程がありますね。
He was the one who told me about it. It's a matter of courtesy and obligation.
あんまあの人を関わらせない方がいいと思うんだけどな、私は。
まあ疑わしきは罰せずって言うから。
I know how you all feel, but he passed the information on to me. Maybe this was his way of making amends? But assuming he felt guilty about his less than considerate actions towards Azusa anyway.
人のいい純也に一つアドバイスがあります。いいですか？
What is it?
ビジネスにおいてこれだけ投資すればこれだけ儲かりますとメリットしか教えてくれない相手は信用してはいけません。リスクも含めて説明してくれない人間はそのリスクをこちらにだけ被せるつもり満々ね。こちらをうまく誘導して儲けだけかすめ取るつもりよ。
Are you suggesting Kido wants us to search the house from top to bottom so he can make off with the treasure or whatever for himself? I had already told everyone why we were here, and earned several nods in return.
あ、いる。教会にも珍しくないのよね、その手の人って。父もよくその手の輩がおじさま相手に訪ねてくるので追い払うのに苦労しているとか。
There was no guarantee he would find any treasure in the first place. Yeah, I guess it was also conceivable that Kido was letting us do this because there was a large possibility this would all end in vain.
シゲトさんがそんなつもりだとちょっと困ってしまうわ。我が家の問題なのに。
千早には悪いけど商売人からすれば政治家も詐欺師も同じようなものだからね。みんなして商売人からお金をむしり取ることばかり考えているんだから困ります。
Sounds like you have a first-hand experience.
私小金持ちだからね。悪い虫がいっぱい寄ってくるんです。
Pride? Was this pride? Well, we assume that's how it is. I'm sorry to ask this, but please don't tell anyone if we happen to find something here today. Everyone here was trustworthy, but I had to be sure none of them would report this to Kido. There was no telling where or in what form unexpected complications might arise.
オッケー。要はあれでしょ、ちーちゃんたちに迷惑がかかるから黙っとけと。秘密のお宝探しなんて余計にワクワクしてきちゃう。
It sounds like everyone's got the gist, but this isn't a game. Despite what I said, I initially called everyone here so we could have fun together. I could only hope things didn't go sideways later. That was a short chapter.
キーワードはこれで全部揃ったはずなの。
Chang gracefully spread out a stack of documents she had prepared back at the house. It was is it backing or baking paper with grid lines drawn across it, suggesting that was where the keywords were meant to go. It reminded me of a crossword puzzle, with each individual square meant to be filled in.
これをおじいさまが指定した数字の順番に並べていくと。
Chaya lined up the pieces of paper with the characters written on them, one by one. Egan watched from the sidelines with Misora narrating Shaya's movements. So she places the one paper now, and then she takes her hand and to grab another paper.
は、る、の、そら、あし、か、で、え？何これ？わけわかんない。
Harunosora. Akane. That's why I wanted everyone else's input. If the keywords Shihai and I had collected were correct, then this ought to be it. However, we had yet to figure out what it actually meant.
最初の方は春の空と解釈できますけど、季節の春。ですね。日本の俳句みたいです。だけど後半その後がさっぱりね。おしかねって何？おしか？鹿伝？
That was right. Also, speaking as a local, my guess would be drawn to Ashikajima or otherwise. Oh, the fifth character might be A instead of Ashi. Let's not be too particular about the kanji portion.
そうなのよね。だから4文字目も空じゃなくてそかもしれなくて。
待って。
All the debate stopped when Susan narrowed her eyes down at the sheet of papers.
ねえ、春の空はそのままでいいとしてなんだけど、足をあって読んでいいんなら続きはあかねになる。
春 春の空、茜？
茜って茜色？春の空ってピンクなイメージじゃない？茜色ってどっちかっていうと秋っぽい感じ。そうだね。あと夕方のイメージかな、色的に。茜色イコールオレンジって感じで。
でもおじいさまは春の空に茜を添えた。
昼間の空じゃないって意味？春に夕方、それとも春にオレンジ色で見える何か。
Susa and Chahaya suddenly lifted their heads and cried out in union.
アークトゥルス！
Eh? And we looked at each other. Shaya giggled and Susa bashfully turned away. But their cheeks were equally just as red.
っていう星があるの。牛飼い座にある一等星でオレンジ色に輝くの。
それで牛飼い座って春の星座だから。
I see. The sky is a starry sky. That comes again. Didn't necessarily have to refer to the sky during the day. If it meant the sky at night, the starry sky, when it could be something crimson up in it.
おお、綺麗につながるじゃないですか。これで合っていればね。でもそうなると。
True enough, even if this was correct, all we had gotten out of it was the name of a star. I couldn't imagine her grandfather had left behind a star for her.
合ってる。多分だけど。
Susa? He sure sounded confident, even with the most likely comment tagged on.
屋根裏部屋に天球儀があったから。
考えてみれば、このパズル、この部屋で見つかったんだった。
Everyone present was went along with what Susa had pointed out and moved to the room we had only just discovered. She was right. There had been something called a celestial globe up here.
おじいさんがパズルをわざとここに残したんだとしたら、ますます関係ありそう。これ触ってもいい？
Susa asked Shahaya when she approached the celestial globe. Was she intending to get the homeowner's consent just in case?
もちろん、一緒に調べましょう。
Shaya stood next to Susa and started to examine the globe, as if to tell her sister not to worry. We did leave here together, so it was no wonder we had arrived at the same conclusion. With that, I checked a short I checked the short distance away but, by the wall, and Hinata came up beside me. What's wrong?
今のうちにちょっと。
Hinata's gaze aligned with Azusa's, who was watching Chihaya examine the celestial globe beside her.
今は千早様と連絡が取れるんですよね。
For a moment being anyway. There was no telling how long this would last. If soon we would become increasingly strained the further along her wedding preparations became.
私が内通者じみた真似をする必要もうないのかと思ったんですけど。
Yeah, thank you. Even if she learned something new about Chihaya's situation, there was no point telling me anything anymore. It would be futile, especially if it was related to her life as a newlywed.
二重スパイとして続けることになるかも。
Eh? I turned to Hinata and at that unexpected comment, who looked visibly displeased and could only grimace under my gaze.
今日のこと木戸さんに報告したんですよね。
Yeah? Did he say anything to you?
昨日顔を合わせた時に純也くんと千早さんとは別にどんなものが見つかったか教えてほしいって。
I wonder if he doesn't trust us. Did Kido think that I or Chihaya would hide it from him if we found something here? Or maybe he assumed we would find something that was worth hiding. That could be right. Anyway, thanks for telling me. But are you sure you should have?
木戸さんが北条家を継ぐなら伊勢家としてはそのように沿うべきなんでしょうけど。
Hinata looked rather disappointed when she spoke, and turned her attention back to Chihaya.
私個人としてはあの人にまで便利に使われたくないので千早様のお守りだけで十分。
I see. Yeah, Chihaya would be fine if Hinata was with her. I don't need to worry.
あれ？
Eh? Attention shifted from Hinata to a sound Chihaya had made, and
千早壊しましたか？
had our princess screwed something up?
違う。これもともと動きそう。押し込めるようになってる。
Compared to her sister, Susa remained calm and placed her hand over the spot Chihaya had just been touching.
ちょうどアークトゥルスのところだし。
Susa put some force behind her fingertip and deliberately pushed into the celestial globe. A part of the globe opened and revealed a cavity inside. So it's designed to hold something inside.
驚いた。こんな仕掛けがあったなんて。凝りすぎだってば。ねえ、なんか空っぽじゃない？
Eh? So, that would be pretty anticlimactic.
確かに空です。ただし封筒が一通。
Misora, tell us that first. Don't call it empty if there's an envelope.
中身が遺書や権利書なら立派なお宝ですよ。そうね。だとすると、ねえ、ジュンヤ。
Oh, you don't mean... Was it a grandfather's will? Chaya and I looked over at Azusa.
開けてみればわかるでしょ。ただの孫に向けた手紙かもしれないし。
You're right. I moved the Misora aside, took the envelope out of a celestial globe and handed it to Azusa.
私が開けていいわけ。開ければわかるとは言ったけど。
Sure. I assumed that was the obvious choice, right, Chaya? I sought the approval of the other grandchild and she nodded back reassuringly as if to say, of course it is.
開けて。一緒に見ましょう。
そういうことなら。
Azusa removed the contents from the envelope and opened it up. Chaya stood directly next to her and scanned over the document from over her shoulder. From what I could see, it looked like an ordinary letter on a piece of generic stationery.
嘘。高や。
What? What? Their eyes. What the? That was my brother's name the first thing that came out of Azusa's mouth.
ちょっと待ってね。
Chaya also couldn't hide her surprise, but she nestled against Azusa to help her remain upright.
しっかり。でも。
Azusa had gone pale. Whatever was in the letter was quite shocking.
何これ。どういうこと。
Chaya was left speechless, looking at the same contents as Azusa. A second letter?
ジュンヤ。どうしよう。これ。
She looked at me relentlessly. Something. But the degree of surprise echoed across her face. Etched across her face was far from what I was used to. What does it say?
読み上げてもいいものかしら。
Next, Chaya's eyes shifted back and forth between Azusa and the letter. I was worried Azusa was going to topple over at any second from how Chaya was holding her, but she gave a stiff nod in response.
聞かせた方がいいと思う。けど、ごめん。私には無理。
Azusa's hand clung to Chaya's arm. Chaya looked at Azusa worriedly, then turned back to me. Her eyes seemed to ask me if it was okay, and I silently nodded back.
じゃあ、読むね。
We exchanged a brief nod, and Chaya tensely read the letter aloud.
つけるのはおそらく千早だろう。ここに最後の鍵を入れていたが、どうやらこのパズルが解かれることはなさそうだ。
A key? It was empty now.
だが水本孝也という若者との偶然の交流によって奇跡が起きた。
Eh? My brother? I couldn't help but exclaim, and I didn't miss the uneasy look on Isora's face from off to the side. Shaya paused as if to say she understood, then nodded over at me once more. Was that the part that Susan was surprised about too? But how? Why was my brother involved in this?
続けて大丈夫？
Yeah. I answered on relief reflex when looked over at Misora. Her expression was stiff, but she nodded at me all the same. Aina was also nestling up to her. Would she be alright?
じゃあ続けるね。
Shaya helped to support Azusa again, then looked back down at the letter.
彼はルナの居場所を知っていたのだ。今はあずさと名前を変えているそうだ。いい名前だ。彼に頼んで鍵を届けてもらうことにした。私にできるせめてものことだと思っている。二人が共に鍵を探し出し、二人で共に星空にたどり着くよう願っている。北条忠道、はい。
My brother was supposed to deliver it to Azusa? Why would my brother do that? Was it part of a handyman job? I didn't recall ever hearing about anything like this.
私、鍵なんて受け取ってない。
Azusa had gone pale and was shaking her head repeatedly.
そんなの知らない。もらってない。高谷からなんて何も渡されてないよ。どうして？
This was strange. If my brother had that key in his possession, then he would have most certainly delivered it. This was Takaya Misamoto, you know. If someone asked him to do something, then he saw it through to the end. Or should have anyway.
落ち着いて。これはあくまで手紙の内容。事実はまた違うかもしれないから。
Or it could be that then he was on his way to deliver it when that accident happened. In spite of her bewilderment, Shaya encouraged and supported Azusa as best as she could. Strangely, as a big sister trying to stand by her little sister.
冷静に、冷静に、ね。検証しましょう。
After waiting patiently off to the side. Hinata stepped forward and entered my vision. Shaya was trying to get her feelings across to Azusa without my or Hinata's help, and I imagine her attendant realized as much. I waited with bated breath for Shahaya to speak. It felt like the only thing I could do.
おじいさまがわざわざ残してくださった手紙なんだから。
Shaya's eyes went back and forth, tracing along the contents of the letter several times. Had she overlooked anything? Were there no other hints? What was she seemed to be looking for?
こういうのって第三者に見られた場合に備えて、そう、フェイクが仕込んである可能性だって考えられるし。
Shaya fell deep in thought, partially answering her own question, while trying to reason with the rest of us.
もしかしたら思わぬ行き違いだってあるかもしれない。行き違い？おじいさまも普通の人間。あなたも私も高谷さんだってそう。万能じゃない。
Azusa's expression shifted for a moment when she heard my brother's name, but she stayed silent and then waited for Shahaya to continue.
誰にも先のことは見えないし、何もかも完璧に手を打っておくことなんて不可能だから。現に高谷さんは不慮の事故に遭われた。本人も予期しないタイミングでこの世を去らなければならなかった。
Yeah, that was true. As perfect as my brother was on the outside, even he couldn't prevent that accident.
だから私のところにその鍵が届いていない。ええ。あ、ほら、ここを見て。
Although she responded to Azusa, Shaya looked over at the letter again and gestured towards the edge of the stationery.
この日付、これ、高谷さんが事故に遭われる前日。
What did you say? I obviously couldn't stand it anymore and approached the siblings. Azusa scanned the document then slowly nodded.
間違いない。私だって嫌だけど覚えてる。ちょうど1日前。
And somehow that means Shaya's grandfather Tadamashi created a puzzle for his grandchildren to find the hidden key. For whatever reason, that key was passed along to my brother, to Takaya, to give to his granddaughter Azusa. However, that key never made it to Azusa. It's possible the key was still in his custody at the time of his accident. Maybe it was the same as the phenomenon we had encountered at the stations and whatnot while we were collecting the keywords. Has some sort of discrepancy occurred in the time between when her grandfather wrote the letter and now? If so, if that key really had been passed along to my brother, where was it now?
手紙の最後のくだりも気になる。二人が共に鍵を探し出し、二人で共に星空にたどり着くよう願っているとあるけれど、星空。
Stars again, huh? A room my brother had been looking for as part of Azusa's work request, one that was tied to her childhood. Or perhaps the spring constellation that had guided us to be visited today. Did this mean there was yet another starry sky somewhere out there? Okay, but I think this will be it for this video, so hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.